I don't know if it's been really worth getting rid of my fried chicken, but it's been okay. But you are entangled, you are slaved by your own words tonight. You see, James really illustrated that the destructive power of our speech, conflicts often starts with just a minor disagreement. If these disagreements are not resolved in Christian love, then heated words can and will erupt like a volcano, spewing out at any given moment. Amen. I've said things to her that I wish I had to say. I had to apologize. And actually she was amen. She received it. But the damage was done. We don't talk about it anymore. Amen. But I know I hurt her for the way I said what I did to her. I'm being honest with you now because I have searched my heart for the last 2 weeks in preparing this. Amen. Amen. Brother Leroy told me tonight that if I really wanted to if I really wanted to have a house full tonight, advertise he was going to preach, and Brother Dale was going to do a solo, and the whole place would have showed up to see him do it. Amen. And then you could have preached to a house full. But you are here as a mandate of God to hear this message. Now I pray for the ones listening on YouTube and Facebook, they're taking to heart and guard their mouths. You see, to add insult to injury, people begin to take sides and then division begins. Sometimes people gossip to others simply to draw others into the conflict. And these people will try to convince you how it all actually started, but not sharing the entire truth. And believe it or not, these people will fight to the very end rather than admitting I was wrong and I. We always want to say her and him and they when it's us that's going to stand before God. When we stand before Him, it's going to be Him apart, and there will be no pleading the case. We will give an answer for ourselves. We will give an answer. That's the thing I want to do is break my new glasses. We will give an account for us. It ain't like somebody told me one time before, Pastor, amen, not to disagree with you, but when I get there, there's going to be 6 people going to be close by, and I'm going to let the Father know what they done to me. I'll look you right in the eye and say, sir, He already knows. But He knows you're just as much a captive as they are because you haven't let go of it. You preach like a preacher, it's just so easy. Let me tell you something, I've been there. I've been hurt. I've been lied on. I had abusive words spoken over me. I've had people cuss me. I've had people spit in my face. I've had people to slap me on the face where my ear was wrong for 2 weeks. All I did was look under my eye and say, I love you. Walked off. Been there, church. But when you refuse to admit you're part of it, then you're just as guilty of every bit of it. The last thing you want to do with the use of your words is start taking sides. I don't care if it's my brother or my sister, if it was my mom and dad alive or whatever, because I've approached my brothers before, and they always talked about this one in the church and that one in the church, and that's why I said, no, you're not going to church anymore, simply because you don't want to go to church. People are not here tonight because they made a choice not to be here. They're exactly where they want to be. But I'd rather be in the house of the Lord, and He could come tonight, amen, than to be outside the house of God, and He come back, and I'll be left behind. I'm going to say that message for another time. But believe it or not, there are plenty of people out there that's going to fight you tooth and nail, but never admit they're part of it. It was always this sister, it was always this brother. Believe it or not, it was that pastor. He's an evangelist and not a pastor. Some people was out their church. They're out their church. When disagreements escalate to this point, it's going to be very hard to resolve anything. That's right. So what do we need to do? You need to get together in the altar first. That's right. You need to sincerely, I found out a long time ago, Brother David, it's hard to hold a grudge to somebody that God's asked me to pray for.
Come on.
I want to say that again. It's hard to hold a grudge against somebody that God's asked you to pray for.
That's powerful. Come on.
There's people in this church, more people in this church, that I literally had to pray for that has hurt Sister D and I, but we have moved on.
Right.
And I'm the better person.
Right.
And not one of them's come to me and apologized. Can I tell you something? I'm not looking for their apology. Yeah, one, I'm sorry. One did come. The Lord allowed my wife to help me remember. There was one who come and apologized for their part they took in it. But I've been told that's way back there. I can look around and see what God has done and how He's used